Coming up on Basin Life, a man you've probably seen running around town literally has turned his love for health and fitness into his passion, helping others. Popcorn will show us how to make a healthy meal and share some tips to help you run with joy. A Texas-born, West Texas-raised Kermit woman tells us why she believes Western heritage is the heart of America. And we are celebrating a group of young athletes who believe running helps their mental focus. I'm Krista Escamilla. Welcome to Basin Life. I'm here at King and I Restaurant in Midland, Texas with the owner. He is not only the owner, he's also a running legend, Popcorn. Thank you so much for being with us, Popcorn.
Thank you for being here.
How did you get this started? King and I is such an amazing restaurant.
Well, my mom and her friend started back in year 2000. They both started as a friend. They were driving around and they found this spot. And believe it or not, 801 is the address. And in Oriental culture, 801 is a lucky number. 8 is a lucky number. You add 8 and 1 together, it's 9, 801. So they bought the spot.
I love it.
Yeah, so they started it, and then my mom got sick and asked me to come take over in 2004, which, believe it or not, this is not what I wanted to do. I had a good job sitting, office job sitting down, but I kind of feel bad for my mom, so I came in, 2004, took over, and as you can imagine, 2004 Midland, there was nothing going on.
Right, there wasn't.
No running trail.
No.
I was probably the only one out there running somewhere. Everywhere I was known as a running man.
Yes, and still to this day you're known as the running man, but also now the running man that will feed you really good food.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about the just like the fitness and the health aspect that you tie together here at the King and I.
Well, our dish is Thai food, but mainly I have create a lot of fit dish for runners, bikers, for people that want to eat something healthier. So I have a few dishes, not even Thai, but I created to where the flavor is in Thai flavor. Okay. So it's got a few names. It's the Mom Special, the Marathon Bowl, the Ironman Bowl, you name it.
So if you want to eat healthy, this is the place to come.
Yes, and sometimes a customer will come in and ask me, hey, Popcorn, can you create this for me? I like this. I like certain dish, but I don't want this, and I'll do it for them.
Okay, fantastic. You're going to show us how to make one right now.
Yeah, I'm going to make a Mom Special right now. Okay. All right, Mom Special, start with half chicken, a portion of chicken, and 4 shrimp, and egg. And then the vegetable, we got bamboo, yellow onions, green onions, mushroom, and celery. Just a little bit of everything. And we're going to put it in the plate for right now. We'll put it in to go. Okay. And then the mom noodle. This is a rice noodle. It's gluten-free. Just a handful of it. And a little bit of Thai chili pepper, dry chili pepper.
That's the special, that's the touch.
And some people will want it more. If they want more spicier, I have a real, this is Thai chili fresh. So if they want that, this is dry. And some people don't like it spiced, and they'll just tell me that no spice on it.
No spice.
So this is called a wok. Now, a lot of Thai restaurants, a lot of Chinese restaurants, they changed to one of those fast wok, the new style that you cook real fast. I stick with the old-fashioned style. This is the old-fashioned style because the flavor stayed much better than the other one. The other one cooked much faster, but this one cooked just as fast, but it required 2 hands. Get a little bit of oil. Let that heat up.
That's the secret, though, is the wok.
Yeah, we gotta let the oil heat up first. Throw it in chicken and shrimp. Usually takes about a couple minutes. And just keep stirring it so it doesn't get burnt.
Now, do you add any special spices or any
Yes,
salt,
we will.
pepper?
We got black sauce, We got fish sauce,
Okay.
and we got some soy sauce over here. We also
Is that
have
the secret sauce?
that's the sesame sauce.
Okay.
The secret sauce is oyster sauce.
Oh, the oyster
And
sauce.
this is some customer will ask for gluten-free soy sauce.
Okay.
That's what I have also.
Fantastic.
Then we do eggs. A little bit of garlic, fresh chopped garlic. Throw in your vegetable. Now what you want to do is you don't want to overcook your vegetable. Now some people like it overcooked, but I don't. I like to keep it fresh.
Is there a health benefit to that?
It's just much more crunchier.
Okay.
You overcook your vegetables, everything's soft.
That's my problem. I overcook everything.
And you put in your noodle.
And then you mix the noodles in there.
Yes,
Okay.
this is a chicken stocking.
Okay.
Okay. A little bit of that. A little bit of fish sauce. A little bit of Golden Mountain soy sauce. A little bit of black sauce. And oyster sauce. A pinch of sugar.
Ah, another secret
A
to the
pinch
sauce.
of chicken flavor.
Okay.
And just a pinch of black pepper.
And that's it. Ma's
That's it.
special.
And you don't want to overcook too much because if you overcook the noodle, it becomes soft, soggy.
And then the best part, you get to eat it. When we return, Popcorn is going to share some running tips with us, and he may even help us all become a little healthier in the long run. Stick around. We'll be right back. Here's a great quote to live by. Well, now we're outside of King and I Restaurant with legendary Popcorn, and as many of you know, he loves running and fitness. And so I just have to ask you a few quick running questions, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna play rapid fire and then we'll talk some more. So
Okay.
first one, do you like to run morning, afternoon, or night?
I prefer morning better.
Okay.
But lately I've been running night. I enjoy nighttime run because less traffic here in Midland.
Okay, favorite shoe?
Hoka's.
Hoka's,
Yes.
okay.
Used to love New Balance and Brooks, but I changed to Hoka's.
Okay, fastest time in a 5K?
17:55.
Whew, that's fast. Fastest time in a 10K?
37:55.
So basically, you almost run a 10K as fast as the rest of us run a 5K. That's fantastic. What are your, if you had to pick that one pre-workout that you think every runner needs to use, what is it?
It's mentally warm up a couple miles
Okay.
and then just get your body and mind into it and smile.
Smile. I love that.
Gotta have that
Smiling's
attitude.
my favorite, Popcorn. I feel like I'm probably one of the only people that runs and smiles at the same time, but I think it helps,
And
right?
a lot of people do that too. And,
That's
they
good.
have a great pictures.
Okay, finally, what's in your ears? Podcast, music, or nothing? Nature?
Believe it or not, my heart.
Oh,
I run with my heart. I had never listened to music all my life.
I love that. You run with your heart.
Run with my heart.
Okay, so now you're going to give us some tips. Maybe show us a pre-runner stretch that we need to do that's going to help us out. Do you have a
Okay.
stretch?
Believe it or not, you don't stretch pre-run.
So
you
all
warm
this
up.
stuff I do, none
That
of
don't
that?
help.
Okay.
That don't help. That's
That's
afterward.
my problem.
That's afterward.
Okay.
You stretch after before pre-run. You go out nice 15-minute jog.
Okay.
Depending what race you do.
Okay.
Okay, if you do a 5K, that's a fast twitch, so you got to do some sprint. A half marathon, you need 15, 20 minutes easy warm up. A marathon, you need 10, 15, walk, jog, just kind of loosen up your body. None of this stretch that they do, no.
No stretching.
For me, it doesn't work for me.
Okay, so what post-stretch do we need?
we do a lot of post-stretch. I used to do ice bath, but as I got older, it doesn't work for me, so I do a lot of warm shower. Believe it or not, I do warm shower after a long run. That helps me a lot.
You mentioned getting older, and you would not believe Popcorn's age, but I just want to commend you for what you just did for your birthday. And you can say the number if you'd like.
I'm going to be 60 in 2 weeks. So,
60, can you believe it? You look so young. This is the key to staying young, is running. And explain to everyone what you're doing for your birthday. I think it's fantastic.
on my birthday, April the 13th, I'm gonna be doing 60 miles run, and I'm gonna try to collect as much as I can, but my goal is to collect 2,060. So 60 being my age, and the year is 2000.
And then you donate it to the West Texas
West
Food
Texas
Bank.
Food Bank. I did it last year. We collected a little over 3,000 last year. I ran 59 miles.
Fantastic. And finally, what advice would you give to someone that is maybe just starting a running journey or is a beginner? What advice would you give to them?
A beginner, try to come out and run with joy. Okay, don't never start off your race program with a marathon. Start off slow, start off with the 5K, then work your way up. Because some people will come out and say, oh, I'm gonna run a marathon without no experience.
Right.
And then it's like a one and done. Because marathon is mentally tough. Don't care who you are, when you get that mile 20,
Right.
you're pretty much, you know, hit the wall.
So-
Everybody hit the wall at mile 20 or something, but it's mentally that you gotta push on.
And finally, what does running mean to you?
Running means to me, it's like, I've been running since 5 years old. It's part of my life. If I don't get out and run, I'm just not a happy person. It just relieves my stress. And I run with joy. I try to tell that to myself, to everybody.
Well, thank you for sharing your joy with us today, your
Thank you.
cooking tips, your running tips. Can we go for a run together?
Oh, sure.
Okay, we'll be right back. Here's another great quote to live by. Thank you so much, Popcorn. This was
Thank
fun. Let's
you.
go. In today's Heart of the Basin, we take you to Kermit, Texas, population 6,586, and learn why one great grandmother loves her hometown.
I'm Billy Sharp. I'm a longtime resident of Kermit. I've been here since 1962. I was raised in Wink. I'm a high school graduate of Wink High School. Yay, Wildcats. Well, that's passing on Western heritage to me is really important. And it's going to be a dying breed if our young people don't come in. Now we have lots of ranchers, lots of cowboys, lots of rodeo, lots of ranch stuff going on. But if these young people don't take hold of it, we're going to lose it. And it's very important. Western heritage, that's the heart of America. It's the total heart of America. We don't, you know, in my day, we did the chuck wagon, rounded cattle, and had the chuck wagon. That was like going to the, you know, the biggest event ever. For us to get to go to the wagon was just the best thing that ever happened. So I haven't been able to push and work with the Western heritage here like I should have. I come in and really plan to bring in, I know lots of important people in the ranching area. And then my husband passed away, and it, you know, kind of devastated me for a while. And I had to get my bearings, but I plan to really push this and make it, you know, Midland has that one in Midland. And it's big and good, and people support that. And I want them to come here and support this one. Just contact any, there's Bill Waddell is the chairman. He ranches out here east of town, Waddell Ranch. He's the chairman, and they're always looking for people to come and tell their stories. You know, even if you're not a ranching person, you have a story, and it fits in with that. Anybody that wants to contact Bill Waddell or me or Miss Pigman, or there's several committee, Vida Simpson, Bonnie Leck, somebody out of all those people, you'll know someone. But just call the library. Vida's at the library. I have 2 phones that ring all the time. You can contact me. I'm not hard to find. And so we really would love to have people come and tell their story and get involved with us. And, you know, bring in the local, you know, ranchers and people. There's some involved, and like I said, you know, some have passed. The Haleys were real involved, and they've lost, you know, we've lost them, and the Mitchells, and so many that have been active in it are no longer with us. So we need to get their children or someone in here, but it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a ranching family. You have a story to tell about Winkler County.
Well, thank you so much, Billy, for sharing your story. It truly is a wonderful community. If you know someone who has an interesting story, and we believe everyone does, and we want to hear it, email us at basinlife@basinpbs.org. Here's a look at another great quote to live by.
This month in Passport on the PBS Video app, your on-demand library for the best of PBS.
Born a slave in Jamaica, taken from a mama. This be my story.
I hate the myth of Hemingway. The man is much more interesting than the myth.
There is no alternative to soul.
That on national TV was revolutionary.
These and other shows from your PBS station are available with Passport on the PBS Video app. Download it today.
Support your Permian Basin nonprofit communities for a day of giving.
Join us Tuesday, May 18th at 6:30 p.m. on channels 2,
7,
and 9 for the first 30 minutes of the 2021 Permian Basin Gives Telethon.
For the full 2-hour coverage of discussions and entertainment,
tune in to Basin PBS.
Please join us, your local stations,
Tuesday, May 18th,
starting at 6:30 p.m.
for the Permian Basin Gives Telethon, supporting the area nonprofits you love.
In the baking heat of the African savanna, we built the world's first waterhole with a built-in camera system.
This has never been done before. We have no idea what's going to happen.
We'll follow the life cycle across 3 distinct times of the year,
keeping track of animal behavior like never before.
This is very, very exciting.
This is the story of life
wow
at the waterhole.
New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art plans an anniversary year nobody would forget.
An audacious vision.
I'm this excited.
But COVID-19.
Everything has been canceled or postponed.
And calls for social justice.
People are mad at the institution.
Force a reckoning.
This has everything to do with the redefinition of what art museums are.
Working together, we can overcome.
Inside the Met.
Each week, we highlight a young person, or like this week, a group of outstanding young people in the Basin that are making an impact. Today, we celebrate the running team at Lee High School.
I really just do cross country and track. For track, specifically long distance, I usually do the 2 mile and 1 mile, but every once in a while, coach will put me in the 800. I think it's like the perfect distance. It's not too long, not too short, and I always feel like I do my best in the mile. I started running since 7th grade. I did track once in 7th grade. I didn't like it very well, but about my sophomore year when Coach Mickler started really coaching us, that's when I actually started to like running track. I kind of like that On the easy days, we can kind of relax and run and hang out with each other, and then on the hard days, it feels very rewarding whenever we do finish making our times and just finish it as a whole.
It's like you have the challenge of like the amount of running, and then you can do it amongst all the pain. I like the 2 mile because you can really pace yourself. Like you can have a bad lap, but you have 7 more to fix where you need to be. During cross country, we have like, what'd you say, 8 meets?
Yeah, we have 7 to 8 meets.
7 to 8 meets.
That really also depends on how well we do in district.
Yeah, and then you have district and then regionals. And then in track you have 7 or 8 meets, and then you have district, area, regionals, then state.
Well, for me, it's always about having a good, strong mental game. Like, I couldn't run a really good time, or I could have a really good placement, but really how strong I was mentally. Like, if I would go through a bad race, coach is like, you did really good, but you didn't remember, because you can do it. It's all in your head if you feel like you can't do it.
I think everyone should run.
Yeah, just try it out, see what they can do.
We always say it's like our therapy session. We go out and runs and just talk about random things. It feels good. Definitely run with somebody. That's a lot better than running by yourself.
It's better to have a friend. Like last year during quarantine, I would still continue to work out, but eventually I got tired of it because I didn't have anyone with me to talk to or just help me compete against myself.
I've been running. I played soccer at first, and soccer is very, like, you run a lot in soccer. So then I was fast in soccer, and I just got into cross country. And I have ADD, and my doctor told me that running would stabilize me where I can get off medication. So that's how I've gotten to it. And I was in 7th grade when I started running, and that's when I got off, medication. So that's, cross country has really helped with that. I love the mile. Why is that? It's the shortest. I'm not a fan of the 2 mile, but I like the 3 mile in cross country because we don't only run on the track and run in circles around the track. The scenery is nice. You can see new things, not the same thing over and over and over again. And just the pace is good for me personally. We run around the school. We run up by Andrews Highway. We run anywhere basically to get our miles in.
So I've really been running since I was super young. My mom's a runner, and she's ran the Boston Marathon 2 times now, and so she's basically my motivation for running. So I've been running since probably I was 6 years old, and I've just loved it ever since. I ran in elementary school. I started my first 5K races, and then from there on I just ran junior high, so 7th grade and 8th grade, and then now I'm a freshman now, so it's my first high school year, so it's been awesome so far. I like the 3 mile the best because it's not on the track. It's out during cross country, so like he said, see new scenery, run over hills, grass, every terrain. But I also like the 2 mile on the track because it's like perfect distance to get going for me. The mile's fun, but I can't really get going fast enough, so the 2 mile is perfect for me.
So my older brother, started running when he was sophomore and junior, and then my family just slowly started getting more into running, and then so I started running 7th grade year, and I'm a junior now, so I've just been running ever since, and I love it. My favorite part about running is probably just it's my way of just venting and releasing anything I'm stressed about or anything, so I just love running because it helps me just think about things and just release everything.
I've struggled with mental game when I was young, so I've always had that physical game. I could run for hours on end, but sometimes you get that mental state where you just want to quit and you can't run anymore. But I've read quite a bit of books on mental capacity and mental drive, and so that's mainly helped me learn how to shut those thoughts out and just keep running and pushing hard.
You just gotta keep pushing. Tell yourself keep going, keep going. It hurts. It does. Really bad. And I'm keep going. You're almost there. So it's kind of it's gotta be mentally tough to push through.
Great job, runners. So proud of you. Wishing you all the best with your journey. If you know someone who deserves to be showcased, remember, it's easy to do. All you have to do is email us at basinlife@basinpbs.org, and we will showcase them in an upcoming Celebrating Kids story. Oh, I just love showcasing all the great people sharing their gifts here with us in West Texas, and we hope you do too. And we invite you to join us every Sunday at 1 p.m. on Basin PBS for Basin Life. You can also watch on PBS Passport, Basin PBS's Facebook page, and our YouTube channel. And please connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. It's easy to do. You can just follow me at Krista Escamilla. That way we can be in touch. And a special thank you to all of our guests today, especially Billy Sharp and Popcorn Leonard. We hope you will follow them and support them any way that you can. I know that running has been such a blessing in my life, mentally and physically, and I hope that those tips that Popcorn shared with all of us today will help you in your journey. Remember, whatever you choose to do this week, I hope you do it with joy. We will leave you feeling good today with Music and Talent by the amazing, smart, beautiful, talented senior who has been a part of the Pickwick Players for years at Midland Community Theater. I've watched her grow up from this big to this big. And ladies and gentlemen, here she is, Danielle Brydon. Danielle is a joy to watch on stage, and I know she loves what she does. So we're going to leave you with this today. You make it a great day.
We've said goodbye. Remember me every so often. Promise me you'll try on that day, that not so distant day, when you were far away and free. If you ever find a moment, stop and think of me. And though it's clear, though it was always clear, that this was never meant to be, if you happen to remember, spare a thought for me. Think of August when the trees were green. Don't think about the way things might have been. Think of me waking silent and resigned. Imagine me trying too hard to put you from my mind. Think of me, please say you'll think of me, whatever else you choose to do. There will never be a day when I won't think of you. Flowers fade, the fruits of summer fade. They have their seasons, so do we. But please promise me that sometimes you will think.
Hi, I'm Emily, your Basin PBS Membership Director. You might recognize my name from some of the letters you receive from Basin PBS, or if you've called the station, you've probably talked to me. Sure, you watch our programs and come to our events, but what actually happens if you don't support Basin PBS? What's the worst that could happen? Sure, things might change a little. There might be some cuts here and there. We'd probably have to get rid of some of the kids' programming and dramas, some of the news programs and live events, and probably a lot of the arts and culture programming you can't see anywhere else. But what does it really matter if you don't support Basin PBS? You'll hardly know the difference.
Billy
Graham is like the Protestant Pope.
If America is to continue to be blessed, you are going to have to become a Christian.
He says evangelicals will vote one way, and I could swing 16 million evangelicals with a single word.
Billy Graham on American Experience.